These days, I don't need to tell you, the news stinks. It's full of huge bummers like the climate crisis and beloved late night host getting COVID. All right, fine. Beliked? Will you sign off on beliked? But every once in a while, there's a story that makes me feel great. And I'd like to share one now in a segment called The Kind of Story We Need Right Now. This right here is Nadia Popovich. Recently, Nadia was attending a hockey game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Seattle Kraken when she spotted something, an irregular mole on the back of Canucks equipment manager Brian Hamilton's neck. So Nadia did what any normal hockey fan would do. She wrote, "The mole on the back of your neck is possibly cancerous. Please go see a doctor," on her phone. Then she walked down to the Canucks bench, waved her arms until she got Brian's attention, and put her phone up on the glass. Brian saw it, went to a doctor, and had the mole removed, and now has a clean bill of health. This is the kind of story we need right now. It's nearly impossible to get good medical care in America. And Nadia's at a hockey game just giving it away for free. She doesn't have to do that. I'm sure there was at least one dentist in the crowd that night who didn't say a word. Also, do you know how focused you have to be to spot something as tiny as a weird mole in an arena full of drunk people watching a series of fistfights between people with razors strapped to their feet? A hockey game is a health professional's nightmare. Now you might think, sports fans are loyal. What better way to show appreciation for your team than spot moles on the coaching staff? But Brian is a coach for Vancouver, and Nadia was rooting for Seattle that night. She saved the life of an opposing coach. I grew up rooting for the Red Sox, and I once heard a fan at Fenway yell at a Yankees coach, "I hope your next MRI finds a spot." The reason Nadia knows so much about irregular moles is because she works in a hospital, and she's starting medical school in the fall. This is the kind of story we need right now. She hasn't even started med school yet. Do you know how cocky she's going to be on the first day? What'd everyone do this summer? I helped my dad out at the store. I diagnosed a melanoma through plexiglass with a beer in one hand. And we should stress, if you're actually going to go to medical school, I don't think they ask you on the first day what you did over the summer. After Brian got his mole removed, he wanted to thank Nadia, but there was just one problem. He had no idea who she was. So he posted a letter on Twitter asking fans to help him find her. The tweet went viral, and the Canucks managed to track her down. I'm hoping with a Mountie. It's just a hope. It took a few hours. Why did it take a few hours? Because when Brian posted the letter, Nadia was napping after volunteering all night at a suicide hotline. That's right. She saves lives at hockey games, and she volunteers at a suicide hotline. If we had more people like Nadia, we'd have way more people. Once Brian found Nadia, he arranged for them to meet so he could thank her in person.
My mom wants you to know she loves you.
I love that clip because it's heartwarming and because it shows you're never too old for your mom to say, "Tell your little friend I said hi." You're probably thinking this story has gotten as nice as it can get, but you're wrong. Because later that day, the Canucks and the Kraken announced that they're teaming up to give Nadia a $10,000 scholarship for med school. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's the NHL. 10 grand is like 5 million in hockey dollars. Also, to raise cancer awareness, the Canucks are changing their mascot from Finn the Whale to Sammy the Suspicious Lump. This story is incredible, and I think we can all agree on 3 things: that Nadia Popovich is a hero, that the Seattle Kraken are a real hockey team and not a fake one from a video game that didn't pay a licensing fee to the NHL. And this is the kind of story we need right now.